Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive intuitive messages for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. It's a general reading, so take what resonates. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and use common sense. If you find these readings helpful, feel free to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so you'll know when a new one is up. Your support means a lot and helps the space grow. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number 1, and welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I'm very excited to do this reading for you, so thank you for tuning in. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I typically ask a question. I apologize if the sound is a little bit different right now. I am in the process of moving, so a lot of things are packed, and I got a new phone, so I need to adjust everything around that. But the main thing is messages, and I am just gonna record it and you guys will have to deal with it. So hopefully it's not too bad when it comes to sound quality. Anyways, typically I do ask a question for the week ahead, but I think what is important is that we're gonna have lunar eclipse, we're gonna have partial solar eclipse, a lot of things are shifting. So I was just open to receive whatever messages you need. And I am excited to start this reading and see what kind of energies surround you. This is at this time deck number 1. So let's just flip this card and see what shows up for you. That's funny. When I was shuffling this deck, which I'm not closely familiar with, and that was one of the reasons why I chose it, because I just wanted to read the energy without knowing the meanings of the cards. There's certain decks that I've been using a lot for personal and for, others, and like I know what they mean, but I like that. Oh my gosh, the lights just blinked. But I like when I can really tune in and that got me distracted without knowing the messages of the cards and just read the energies from it. So anyways, when I was shuffling this deck, the first card that showed up was this one, and I was not ready to play them out, so I put it back, but it wanted to come out for you, deck number 1. So let's tune in and see. The card looks amazing to begin with. It says Fortune's Wheel, Luck and Right Timing. What a great message. And actually there's a lot of messages that come through around this time when it seems that the energy of luck, which is another way to say that you are aligned, that is just like a big amount of something wonderful is coming your way. Luck in business, luck in shifting and changes that you're making right now in your life. Deck number 1, it's one of those times when you think about it and things play out. You think about it, oh, I need to do A, B, or C, and then you receive that phone call. Or you are thinking about, what should I do? Do I need to move here or there? And then someone mentioned the exact place that you were considering, or the state, or the city. The signs become so obvious from the universe, and things, not just the signs, but the helping people, the situations, everything just aligns, and it's such a beautiful flow. And as this card says, right timing, and what I'm getting right now when I look at it is just like if you open a watch that has all the cogs in it and everything moves smoothly. Everything in its right place, everything in the perfect working condition. So they just move like tick, 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 tick that way, and that's how I feel for you, deck number 1, is that everything is just falling into the place. That's so cool. Use this time to be productive, use this time to flow with it, because this type of alignment doesn't happen often at all, is what I feel. And so when you get on top of this wave and you ride it all the way till the end. Don't jump off it, because this is your lucky ticket, this is your lucky train. It's moving into the right direction. Ride it, okay? See where it's gonna lead you, because I feel for a lot of you what might take 3, 4, a year to accomplish, right now it's easy. It's easy. It could take days. Okay, so that is a wonderful ease. And I hear right now the message is that if you feel resistance, that might not be the right path for you. You might be surprised, well, why something's so easy, and then your mind start trying to, you know, say something like what I'm hearing right now. Oh, it's too good to be true. Like one of those beliefs show up. Like there's going to be some sabotaging thoughts for some of you. But what I hear the spirit is trying to help you to understand is that everything is aligning for you right now. So do not think just because it's easy, something is wrong with it. Okay. So that's the main message I'm getting for you, deck number 1. Let's see what other cards going to show up for you. I have 3 decks prepared here, including this one. So I want to know what card you. I think I need to get another one from the same deck. So let's see what other energies surround deck number 1 at this time. What else do you need to hear? What energies? What messages? And I feel like elevated. I feel fast. I feel like I have to speak fast. Like I have to move fast. It's like this current. You jump into it, as I said, lucky train, lucky ticket. You get on it and it moves you fast, moves you forward. It's like it has little wings on this card. I don't know if you can see them or not, and they're like moving you. But what else deck number? What else deck number 1 needs to know? I'm gonna take the card that got. Oh, look, 23 and 24, pretty close together in numbers, which I've been noticing with lots of my cards in recent readings. The cards, or like, I'm sorry, the numbers are very close together. Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Again, I do not know meanings for most of those cards based on the deck. So I'm just curious to read the energies of them. And what does it mean? The galactic mushroom, the divine matrix. It's like the same overlaying message is that how everything's just aligned for you right now. It's a part of the bigger plan, bigger development, bigger movement. For whatever reason, there's this tunnel opening that will make you move fast so that you can prepare for what's coming afterwards. And when I say it, don't think automatically it's something difficult. Although I do not know, and I'm not going to make any predictions. Life has its ebbs and flows, but do not go into the automatic negative thinking, oh, then I have to, buckle up. No, perhaps you're moving into the place where you need to move, so then you are settled and more prepared to handle the abundance that coming your way, handle the success, handle the maybe traveling, right? Whatever changes might be in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean it's something, like if it's something unexpected and big, I think we're often kind of trained, brainwashed to think it's negative. Okay, so I invite you to open to possibilities of good things and start noticing if your automatic reaction is going to something bad, like thinking that there's negative consequences or negative news, or if it's unexpected, it means something is not in alignment. But maybe challenge yourself to say, what if A, B, C, D is going to happen, but it's very, very positive for your life and development, okay? What else Galactic Mushroom is want to tell us? Something emerging, something coming, something might be a bit mystical that you do not understand, something that makes you a little bit disoriented almost even. Have you ever had that experience in life? I was just thinking about it earlier, how I feel that I am just like in a dream, or like this place I am at. Sometimes it's just a place you're in, or things you're doing is just like, it's almost like you're in a dream and it's not real. So for some of you during this period, deck number one, you might feel like you're going through the dream, through the, what is that? The word I forgot in English, but it's the haze. You kind of almost like has this little haze over you. But for some of you, I just heard it's you're coming out of that, and then things speed up. You jump on your train, right? You're coming out of from that maybe more slow pace where you're like, just, do you know those dreams sometimes where you think you're trying to run and it's like slow movement, like the same motions you get when you try to run through the water, and it's just slower and a little bit different feeling. So I'm getting, for some of you, there was like almost like distortion in time, and you are coming out of it and going into more of the fortune wheel energy, where it's fast moving, it's coming fast, it's you know, you think, as I said, and things happen the next day, and you're like, what? Anything can happen in any moment. And if you're more open to miracles, honestly, they appear so much faster than if you're always close to it and always try to say never, like things like, good things never happen to me, you know, I'm all alone in this, yada yada yada. So your brain will just get trained to search for confirmation to your beliefs. So why not make them a little bit better in the sense that they serve you more, right? Okay, deck number one. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see what deck we want to use. Okay. Strongly pull to this deck. All right, little one. What is the final message for deck number one when it comes to the energies this week? It's September. It's Virgo season. Oh, look at this guy coming at you with a coin. Love it, man holding a coin. So, deck number one. Last week I was calling wrong decks with the wrong numbers. But deck number one, man holding a coin. This card for some of you represents that you, it doesn't matter if you're male or female, you are coming with that fortune, with that luck, monetary, money coming your way. Money comes through different, what is the word? It's coming through the different channels for you. And it's unexpected, it's big, it's successful, it's amazing. It's very joyful to see that maybe some of your efforts paid off, maybe you had a big lunch and a lot of people signed up for it, maybe your product did well, maybe investments came back very nicely for you. Oh my God, squirrel. Sorry, I got distracted by squirrel. I'm house watching for a friend, and there's never been a squirrel here, and that is a sign for some of you too, guys. What do the squirrels do? They gather, right? They gather a lot of things, they put them in their mouth, and they stock them in a different places. So that could be a sign for you guys too. When you get this fortune, do not just go around and be like, okay, let me celebrate, and this is what I wanted, this is what I wanted, this is what I wanted, and you just spend them. You just spend them everywhere. No. And by the way, I know some of you might be thinking, what is a squirrel? You see them all the time in your backyards. Not where we live here. We don't have that many squirrels. It's just really very distracting because I'm looking in the backyard. Yeah, we basically don't have squirrels invading our backyards here. Not very common. Anyways, so the message for you guys is that when you receive this downfall of money, do not just take some of it and some of it and just put it away so you don't even know it exists, so you're not tempted to overspend. Okay, I'm not saying don't go out and treat yourself to something nice if that fills the line. I'm just it just laid down on its belly and relaxing, and it's staring at me. Oh my God! It just ran into the screen door and looking in, like right in front of me. It's it's so animated. Anyways, I apologize. It's just so distracting. But this squirrel came with the message of not like store some of that, right? Whatever you receive. For some of you, there are gifts, and there are gifts maybe from a man, maybe from someone who has predominant, like more masculine energy, maybe not. But either way, the sign is that the money is coming, one way or another, or it's a gift, and it's a valuable gift that not necessarily could be tied to finance, but some of the bigger gifts I received were maybe validation that the things I've done matter, the things I've done or the things I perceived were true, and someone comes back and validates it. Or perhaps it's a gift of forgiveness, the gift of healing, okay? And it will come within this week or two. Well, I really love this reading for you guys, especially considering a cute little furry friend stopping in. Oh my gosh, I hope it does not go inside though through the doggy door. There's a little doggy door because I would freak out and not know what to do. Anyways, thank you for tuning in, deck number 1. Many blessings for the week ahead. Take care. Hello, deck number 2, and welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I'm very excited to tune in and see what kind of messages we're going to receive for you. The reading for deck number 1 was very unusual and unexpected, so I just calmed down and I wanted to start this reading saying that, and if you listen to and watch some other of my or any of my readings, you know that I typically like to ask a question for the week ahead. And with lunar eclipses and partial solar eclipses, I just want to see what kind of energies surround you, what's coming for you or already in your energies, and how you can maybe navigate through it, and what are the things that you need to know. So I am also using the deck I'm not really familiar with because I wanted to see what messages and energies come through without knowing the meaning of the cards. Some of the decks, actually most of my decks, I've used for so long that I know the meaning of every card, but I like to read intuitively still. And this is like a really big focus for this reading, is not knowing what's coming in that sense, and reading all the energies from the cards, and through me, whatever is coming, okay? All right, deck number 2, let's dive in and see what are the messages for you this week. All right, you've got Crown Games, card number 8, Right Use of Power. What an interesting card. Mental games, chess, strategy, being too much in your head, enjoying that satisfaction of winning, which invites the question of, do you want to win to be right? Like, are there considerations for others? Are you hurting anyone else by making those power moves? Because we are all interconnected, and what you do to another, you will receive back through different means. Typically, it's not often from the same people. It could be from the situations and other people down the road. It's the golden rule. What it shows me is that because these few weeks that are ahead of us are so powerful energetically, you might feel inspired and move through certain things faster. But the real invitation that I keep feeling for you guys is that when you do it, is it hurting other people? animals, places, nature, okay? There is this invitation to consideration for others through this card, because you seem to be coming into the power and ability to make those big decisions that are going to be affecting others, okay? And if you're only focusing on what it brings to you in the sense of status, in the sense of monetary gains, in a sense of accomplishment, oh, look at me, here I am, I've done this, this, and that. But in the process, it affects many other people, as I said, animals or land. You know, I just want to say that consider that, okay? Because that power can go straight into your head, is what I'm receiving. And although it's accelerating to you know, when you feel like that feeling of winning and feeling of accomplishment, we shouldn't be blind to how it might affect others. Okay, I'm just gonna move further to see, because that big message might not be for everyone. I feel that there's something about being trapped too, holding onto something that is within. Like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to fine tune more to the energy and messages that I'm receiving to be more clear about it. Maybe I pull more cards to see if I get clarification on what I'm receiving right now, because I just don't know how to express it. And I don't want it to be like me going up to you with what I'm receiving, okay? Like, just don't shoot a messenger. This is an invitation. You obviously can do whatever you want to do. I am just channeling what and articulating to you guys what I'm receiving. But obviously, what I just shared in the beginning of this is not for everyone, right? So I want to see what it is might be for others. Appreciation, sensitivity, kindness to others, bringing your brain active, like intellectual, to your heart, making the connection between your decisions, intellectual decisions, logical decisions, that mental power with your heart, so that you can come and make those decisions from the heart based space. Gratitude. So like all this, being thankful, gratitude, appreciation are the energies that can help you get you and I'm like in a fire here in my chest, that can help you bring let me ground myself as well. It can help you to be more aligned with your true essence, without going to just making analytical and logical decision from your head space. So there is like invitation to connecting and balancing those two places within your body, especially I want to say energetically, and things like being appreciative of something or someone, being in gratitude for what you have and what you can do, can shift those energies for you. Also, I just heard you're like really, really good problem solver, is because of your intellectual abilities and being able to see many ways of solving something, many ways around set rules and regulations. Like maybe you're really good at finding loopholes in the system, and maybe that's why you're successful what you're doing in whatever area that might be. Okay, I want to move from this because it's really making my heart like on fire. So let's see, what else? What else, Spirit? What are the messages we want to uncover for the deck number 2? What deck should I use? I'm drawn to this one. So this is literally written words from this beautiful, beautiful card deck. So what kind of messages does deck number 2 need to hear? What would be beneficial for them to know right now? What do they need to be aware of? You got bravery. Let's see here. It says, you're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable, but you do not have the strength and bravery to make, but you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Okay, so interestingly enough, the messages I receive from this card is slightly different to what it says. Actually, it's a lot of different. It's what it tells me, because the way I've sensed it is this way. And what it felt for me intuitively is that you are stabbing yourself, or potentially can, with whatever decision you're making towards others. It's almost like you are hurting yourself, or you might potentially hurt yourself with this. Again, it's like about what I mentioned earlier on. What you sow is what you're gonna reap. So think about how your actions might be affecting others, especially if they are just, not honoring, right? And like, if you knowingly know it's going to be hurting other people, but from the sense of that, like, I know sometimes we can make a decision where it can hurt other people, but it's not intentionally. It's not something, like, if you know that you have to move away from someone and stop seeing someone, and you might know that it will hurt them, but you still know that it will serve you better, because for whatever reason, you know that with that person, it's it doesn't serve you, and it doesn't honor you, right? That is different than doing it like on purpose. I'm gonna hurt you because you hurt me, and so I'm not gonna see you anymore, and blah 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 blah. It's like a mean energy. So I don't necessarily feel bravery. Maybe bravery is to see why you want to do that. Maybe there's a bravery to see what is the tendency behind it. Maybe you are wanting, and maybe not for everyone, but maybe those feelings towards others that are maybe a little bit more negative are because there's something in them that upsets you, because you know you have it within yourself too, those characteristics or whatever it might be. And so you don't like the feeling that you have the same things. And it's easier to get like that more aggressive energy onto another, because you're not ready to look what's within you. Okay? And I'm sorry, deck number 2. It sounds like and it feels like there's a lot of things that kind of call you out a little bit, but I want to say it as like invitation to go into a deeper discovery of your shadow self and shadow selves, to see what it is that you can integrate, put the light in and integrate. Okay? Oof. My little feather moved. And maybe stay away from sharp objects too. Just a side note too. Okay. What else? Let's see what deck I'm going to be using. The same one? Okay. All right, I'm going to do the same one. What deck number 2 needs to know for this week or next few weeks, with these big, powerful energies that are coming? right? Use of power. If you're in an empowered place, you do have responsibility. Oh my gosh. This card came for the deck number 1 as well. It wanted to be in the picture. I'm telling you, when I started shuffling this deck, before getting the cards out, it came out again. It came out then too. So it really, really wants to bring that fortune's wheel energy, luck, and right timing. See how lots of orange, lots of power coming through, lots of fire. And look at that full moon, right? I know full moon is kind of probably overused in the oracle card decks. I wish there were more of maybe different symbolism included, because full moon seems to be a loved symbol to use in card decks. And nothing against it, it's very powerful, but it would be cool to have more things like that we can read, that we can use as messages to help us, guide us through our days and weeks ahead, or when we try to understand different situations in our lives. But Fortune's Wheel energy is very fast moving energy, where it feels like things are coming in place real fast. There are energies of luck or alignment, when whatever we wanted comes and basically placed in our hands for the taking, and it seems to be super easy to achieve and conquer. But again, like, just for you, deck number 2, just because you can do it, do you need to do it? Okay, so that's the invitation for you. What else, deck number 2? Is there anything else? Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. Enjoy this week ahead. This couple of weeks are going to be powerful. And I appreciate you tuning in, deck number 2, listening to these messages today with me. And lots of blessings your way, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Hello, deck number 3, and welcome to this week Pick a Card general reading. I am so excited to do this reading for you, so thank you for tuning in. I apologize if the sound is a little bit different today, the quality of it, just because I got a new phone, a new case, and I need to figure out how to make it all work, because the attachment I used for a previous phone does not fit this one with my mic. Anyways, if you watched my videos before, you know that I typically ask a question for the week ahead. Well, today is September 7th, and we had lunar eclipse. And so the question for the week ahead, when this video is going to be posted tomorrow, is what kind of energies are surrounding this eclipse for you? What kind of things are happening, and what can you do about it? So with that being said, deck number 3, let's flip this card over and see what's gonna come through. And just so you know, I'm not familiar with this deck much at all, and I wanted to choose it because I didn't want to know what each card represents or means. I wanted to just read the energies that come through and channel the messages for you. Okay, so with that being said, let's flip it over and see what shows up. Card number 14, Drifter. There's a beautiful little boat, sailboat. Drifting, being carried by a current is what I'm hearing. Not even the wind, but a current of the events leading you, or like carrying you through right now, through this opening of time and energies, through this energetic shift for you. You're moving, but not even like you are trying to manipulate it yourself. It's almost like you got pulled or dragged or carried with that energetic current through the series of the events that are unfolding for you. And it's almost like you sitting in the back seat and observing what is happening and just allowing it to happen and unfold, which is kind of an interesting energy to read and bring forth for you. Because I wonder what would be the recommendation from Spirit if you need to move from the observer seat to the driver's seat, or if that's just fine to be drifting at this moment, because then it will create less resistance. And when I finished that previous sentence, I had a sense that it is quite alright to allow things to drift and be carried by forces that are there in place with the higher perspective of how things are. Something is working for you, but something needs to be rearranged. Something needs to be shifted. Something needs to be, like, I feel energetically, yeah, the word would be shifted. It's almost like taking something from here, move it over there, taking another thing from over here, placing it there, and it's just kind of like rearrangement. Maybe it would be a better word for this. Rearrangement in your life right now, deck number 3. And so while the things are getting rearranged, you're just allowed to drift through this opening, through this channel, through this rearrangement, and you are being okay. I'm not picking up anything more than that from this card. Besides that, I also see there is like a full moon. It's interesting. I don't know if you can see. There is this indication of the moon, and it's dark. And I feel like it really represents this lunar eclipse that we had earlier today, because it's just covered and it's like it's all dark colors there. So let's see what else is gonna come in. I almost feel like a little bit restriction as well. Like it's harder for me to speak for whatever reason. And it's almost like I have to, like, restriction, yeah. Kind of have to push through this. But I want to know what else is coming for you. What kind of advice you need to hear maybe right now. So Spirit, let's see what kind of deck do I need to pick for you. All right, I'm gonna use this deck. What does deck number 3 needs to know, Spirit, for the week ahead? What do they need to know? This guy says, see it through. And I want to place it right here. You don't always finish what you start and then talk badly to yourself because of it. Break the karmic pattern by seeing a project through to the end and then be proud of what you accomplished. Okay, so this card says, like, stick with something and finish it. Push it through to the completion. But I almost feel like energetically and intuitively, this sense of just seeing it through, basically having faith that wherever you are drifted towards to, wherever you're gonna land is an exact place you need to go and need to be and need to arrive to. Okay? So to me, it's almost like the message is not necessarily finish some project of yours. Of course, it might be if that resonates with you. But for this reading, what I feel energetically is that allow things to play out and trust that wherever you're landing with this, with the series of the events that are folding for you right now, is the exact place where you need to be. And because this is a general reading, the situations and places could be different for each and every one of you. But the trust that it is divinely organized for the better, for the highest good of you, is like this believe will be very beneficial for you. Okay. And that's where I feel like, you see how he's closing his eyes and he's trusting the higher guidance. He's trusting his higher self. He's trusting that things gonna be okay, and he's surrendering to where the things are leading him to. Okay. I can also see him on this boat, just taking that back seat as we were talking earlier, and letting the current take him to his destination. And it's almost like I can feel him breathing in this new horizon, this new land that's coming up. Like, you know how you can smell sometimes? Well, to me, at least, or for me at least, there's type of the wind that I know when I sense it, then I know change is coming into my life. And I know it's kind of weird that way, because you're like, well, how do you know? But it's something that it carries energetically that somehow through my senses let me know that changes are coming. And I'm like, oof, okay, let's prepare. And that's how I feel when I look at him, that I can smell this new land that you're about to arrive to. And that's going through this portal. And I just felt the message for you that it's going to be not just this 1 week that we're going through right now, but it's this eclipse portal for some of you. It's just this time, 2-3 weeks, whenever the next one is, the partial solar eclipse. I think it's like September 21st or something like that. So what, it gives you like 2 weeks until then. But for some of you, I feel like it is 4 months. Like the 3-4 months is coming forward. So that might be a longer tunnel and period for you, where you're just like sitting there and wondering what is going on and how is it gonna end. But trust this, trust the process. Let's see, I want to do this deck here and pull another card for you and see what kind of messages Spirit wants to add to this. What else does deck number 3 needs to know about this time? What do they need to know, Spirit? Okay. Goddess of the moon. There's another reference to the moon. And I like how we got like this masculine and feminine balancing each other out through those cards. Card number 52, just 7. I know what in this deck the card means, but I want to see if there's anything different that comes through a different message for you. Just give me a moment to tune in. Well, the energies I'm picking up from this card is that it is a time of unknown and mystery, and you know, she is the goddess of the moon, and it's very fitting that we have full moon today and full lunar eclipse today as well. And she's just coming with this mystery and magic and, you know, covering. It's almost like the sense I'm getting for you guys is like she is the one who puts the veil around things that you don't know what is happening in the background. Okay, like, you know, in the theater there'll be players that would be on the front of the stage, you know, performing, but then behind the scenes in the back there would be a crew responsible for moving and making things happen, making sure the props are in the right spot, the timing aligned perfectly, but you know, where they know the player's gonna go on behind the curtain, and they already have this different maybe outfit ready for them to change into. So I feel the energies with this card is like placing that veil around you, so things not gonna be understood, or there's not this clarity, but it's so that things behind that veil could take place and rearrange. Remember how I was talking about rearrangement? So that's how it energetically feels. There's no need for you, for whatever reason, to know what's happening there. You just need to trust that this is your path, this is what you're doing, and don't worry about what's happening there. You know, like you are okay. Everything's covered. And I think my cards might be a little crooked here, but I'm not doing it from home. I don't know where my home is. I might be moving here soon. So I'm also in the unknown, kind of drifting, waiting for the right place to show up and put my anchor down, at least for some time. And that is not very clear. That is not very clear. So I am tuning in to see if I can pull one more card for you real quick. If there's another message. Okay, you want me to do this one? Because it's just a mystery for you. It's not telling exactly what and how, but trust in why things are happening that you cannot see. And yeah, I understand it's not very, you know, it's not a clear answer to what you might be wondering. So Spirit, is there any clarity, anything you want to add? Oop. There's one card jumped out, so let me grab it. Whoa, what the heck? Caterpillar opportunity. That's very trippy card in a way. Ooh, maybe it is the land you're going to. It's so unusual. It's so mystical. It's so trippy. Card number 4, Caterpillar opportunity. Ooh, look at all this ice. That just looks very, to me, sorry if it's crooked. That just looks for me very unusual, very mystical, very unexpected, and I feel it fits you. If you're the person who maybe a little bit more eccentric, maybe someone who doesn't mind showing off their own personal style, who are comfortable in the skin, the way you show off to the world, that might be just like a confirmation to be comfortable in your skin. But for others of you, because it is representing caterpillar, and what happens after caterpillar, with caterpillars, they transform, right? They transform into butterflies. So that's just another possible energies that you're going through, things that you're going through, that you are in this tunnel. And it's funny because caterpillars, they look like tunnels, right? They're like long and round if you look at them this way. But where you're drifting right now, this period of time, is just another way of going inwards a bit and going through transformation. And I feel like for some of you, it also preserving your own energy, so that when you arrive, you can come out of that cocoon and spread your wings and move forward to whatever it is you just landed at. Honestly, there's like lots of mystery from this card, and I wonder if it's to do with the moon as well, like with the energies of this goddess of the moon, who is very, very magical and mystical, because I feel like this card is that way as well. It carries the energy of, hey, I'm not going to tell you. This is not going to be black and white. This is going to be something unseen, unexperienced for you before. This is something that might open your mind more or completely shock you. Very interesting. Well, deck number 3, let me know how that resonates with you, because I am curious with this caterpillar showing up. Feels like very specific message for some of you. Yeah, thank you so much, deck number 3, for checking in and tuning in and listening to these messages. I hope you have a great week ahead, and we'll connect next week. Take care.